So, how many times I'll ask it again, I guess. How many times have you hit 18 out of 18 greens?
I mean, I've done it in practice back at home, but it's a totally different thing, obviously, with the wind kind of being a lot of crosswinds, and sometimes it's okay, you know what I mean? I think 9's a good example. If you go just kind of over the green on the right, it's actually not that hard of a putt. So there's spots out here where it's okay to kind of miss the green and be on the fringe.
How much pressure do you sort of feel when you go out and it's, at least early in the morning, half an inch of rain the day before? Of course, it's given up a 58. You got to know it's pretty much green light special all the way around, right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't really go out and try and shoot 58 whenever you just kind of do it. I wouldn't be able to speak to it since I've never done it, but, you know, I probably had enough putts today to shoot something in the 50s. I think I didn't really make any long putts, so it was kind of testament to how well I hit it.
Does a tournament like this coming after the U.S. Open, where par is always a great score, it's a real grind both mentally and physically and stuff, and you come to a golf course like this where there are a lot of birdies to be made, you know that every day someone's going to probably shoot 63. It's, in a way, it's almost probably refreshing and invigorating, I would imagine.
Yeah, it is. It is one of those courses, though. If you're living in the rough all day, you're going to have it's going to be a long day. You know what I mean? You can't really get too aggressive to pins. I was in the rough a few times. Fortunately, I had room to run up the ball. You know, I got nine yards of roll and a couple wet shots out of the rough. So it is, you know, I mean, it's not too hard to shoot, you know, level par or nothing too low if you're not in the fairway off the tee.
Do you almost feel like you have to shoot around like today a 63 in order to be in contention on a Sunday?
I mean, you'll take a 63 whenever. You know what I mean? I'm not too picky, but it definitely helps.
Gotcha.
On the other hand, is there a little bit of pressure when you know you've shot a 63 and there are 4 or 5 guys right with you there after the first round?
It's what you expect. You know what I mean? Being out here, you expect everyone to shoot. If it's not too windy and the greens are soft with that rain from last night, you expect a few guys to shoot. You know, some of this afternoon might shoot 9 under. So I mean, it's just kind of we've been out here. We played courses that are twice as long as this one, and guys are shooting 30 under for the week. So you just, for some reason, I don't know if it's me, but I just feel like I expect everyone to shoot super low.
Thank you.
What is when you come off a grind like the Open is, and you know every year it's the same thing in different degrees. How much do you look forward to coming to a place like this where birdies are a little bit more accessible, and you know a lot of guys don't like to play tournaments where 20 under might win, but
sure, yeah. You know. I mean, this course protects itself. Yeah, it did rain last night, but if it didn't rain, the course was pretty firm, and so you know. Mid-teens to high teens have won this tournament. Mm-hmm. If you finish in the high teens, you're in a pretty good spot for the week. So, you know, if it stays soft, then it may be lower than that for the week. But I think it's just like a forgiveness thing. After playing the U.S. Open, you kind of beat yourself up all week, and then you kind of hit a bad shot on a day like today, and you know your ball may stay on the green and not roll off into some ankle-high rough. So I think it's more mentally, it's a little bit more forgiving.
Where do you feel like your form is right now? You know, I mean, obviously today was fantastic, but you know, just as you've been going on here, and because you've had so many good, you know, runs in majors and whatnot, but haven't crossed the line in those yet. So, where do you feel like your form is right now?
It's good. It's been really solid. You know, I've just been talking to my dad. He just says he thinks I'm tinkering too much and needs to kind of do what I did today. Just Austin and I work together. I focus a lot on land numbers. You know, just numbers in general versus me trying to tinker with my golf swing too much. And it kind of made me hone in on targets versus sort of golf swing. And I've been playing pretty solid, just haven't really gotten over the hump this year in terms of putting a string of tournaments together that are really good.
What's your philosophy on the 15th hole? Today the pin location was forward. We've seen guys hitting irons. We've seen guys hit driver. It's given up scores, and a lot of guys have put it in the water left. What determines, in your mind, when you're going to be more aggressive and when you're going to maybe lay farther back?
You pretty much try and hit to the front right portion in that little shaded area every time.
Gotcha.
And play from there. And if you don't hit it there, then you have to figure it out.
Good, thanks.
Yep.
You mentioned that you thought you had a later tee time, and so you had to curtail your warm-up. So how do you let that not mentally affect you and overthink it?
I really, for whatever reason, I really thought I was teeing off at 7:50. My tee time tomorrow is 12:50, so maybe that was the mix-up. That was a pretty big rookie move on my behalf. When I'm at home, you know, I'll warm up in the gym or with a physio. But when I'm at home, I'll show up, you know, for an 8 o'clock tee time at 7:55, and maybe hit 2 putts and then just start swinging. So take advantage of the youth, I guess.
Us too.
There you go. It's not good for everybody. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Xander. Appreciate it.
Never shot 63.